Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went there? Maybe you've opened the fridge and stared blankly, wondering what it was you needed. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. It happens to all of us, especially as we get older. But deep down, there's always that little voice whispering, is this just aging, or is it something more? That worry, that flicker of fear that memory loss could be more than just forgetfulness. It's something many people over 60 quietly carry. And today, we're going to talk about something incredibly simple, something so small that you might overlook it. But research is showing us this. One daily habit, yes, just one, could help delay the progression of Alzheimer's and protect your memory in ways you might never have imagined. Now, this isn't about magic pills or complicated routines. It's not about expensive supplements or hours spent on brain games. It's about something natural, something you can start today, no matter your age, no matter your past habits, no matter your memory struggles. And before you say, well, at my age, it's too late, I want to gently stop you right there, because it's not. The brain, even in later life, is remarkably resilient. You'd be amazed at how just a little effort can bring big changes. So, what is this daily habit we're talking about? It's something that might surprise you. Walking. That's right, a simple, consistent walk, just 20 to 30 minutes a day, has been shown to boost memory, improve focus, reduce stress, and even build new brain connections. It's not just good for the body, it's one of the most powerful tools for the mind. Think about it. When was the last time you took a peaceful walk without rushing, without a destination, just letting your feet move and your thoughts wander? Maybe it was yesterday, or maybe like many of us, it's been a while. But here's what science is showing. And it's really quite beautiful. Regular walking actually increases the size of the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory. And that's the same part that tends to shrink in people with Alzheimer's. Imagine that. With each step you take, you're not just stretching your legs, you're helping your brain stay sharp, strong, and young. It's like watering a garden. The more you walk, the more your brain blooms. Now, I know walking might not feel like much. It's slow, it's simple, it's not glamorous, but that's exactly why it works. No pressure, no stress, just movement. And the best part, you don't need fancy shoes or a gym membership. You don't need a walking partner or a scenic park, though both can help. You just need a safe place and a few minutes each day. And if walking outdoors isn't an option due to weather or safety, don't worry. Indoor walking works too. Walk around your home, your hallway, even in place while watching TV. What matters most is consistency. Like brushing your teeth or having your morning tea, walking should become a part of your daily rhythm. You might be wondering, but how does this help my memory exactly? It's all about circulation and stimulation. When you walk, your heart pumps more blood, which carries oxygen and nutrients to the brain. This keeps your brain cells healthy and helps grow new connections, something scientists once thought only young brains could do. But we now know better. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and grow, happens at every age, and walking fuels it. There's also a mental benefit that's just as powerful. Walking helps reduce anxiety and depression, two conditions that are closely linked to memory decline. When you walk, your body releases endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that lift your mood and clear your mind. Less stress means a sharper memory. A calmer mind remembers better. And here's something lovely to think about. Walking also gives you a little pocket of peace every day, a time to reflect, to breathe, to notice the world around you, a time when your thoughts can settle and your brain can process the day. You might even find that some of your best ideas or forgotten memories come back during a simple stroll. Now, let's make this even more practical. If you're starting fresh, don't worry about hitting 30 minutes on day one. Start with 5 minutes, walk to the gate, or around the house. Add a minute or two each day. Before you know it, walking becomes something you look forward to. Your body craves it, and your mind thanks you for it. And if you're someone who already walks a little, try being more mindful during your walks. Notice your surroundings. Feel the air on your skin. Breathe deeply. These small shifts turn walking into more than just exercise. They turn it into a brain-boosting ritual. Of course, walking is just one part of the picture, but it's a powerful foundation, because when you take care of your brain's health, everything else becomes a little easier. Remembering names, finding the right word, staying. Your kitchen. That's where some of the most powerful brain-protecting tools are hiding. Not in pills or powders, but in simple, wholesome foods you already know. The second key habit that can make a real difference in delaying Alzheimer's is mindful nutrition. That means choosing what you eat with the same care and love you give to the people around you. Now, this isn't about following a strict diet or never enjoying your favorite dishes. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's about adding in the good stuff, the kinds of foods that nourish your brain and body in ways you can actually feel, the kind that help you stay sharp, steady, and strong. Let's start with a powerful one: leafy greens. Spinach, kale, collard greens, even a handful a day can feed your brain with vitamins like folate and vitamin K, both linked to slower cognitive decline. They don't have to be fancy. Add a few leaves to your sandwich, cook them with your eggs, or toss them in a soup. Little by little, your brain gets the fuel it needs. And then there are berries, nature's little memory boosters. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries. These aren't just sweet treats. They're loaded with antioxidants that help protect brain cells from aging and damage. A small bowl of berries in the morning, or a few sprinkled over yogurt or oatmeal, can do more for your memory than you might think. Fatty fish is another gentle giant when it comes to brain health. Salmon, sardines, and mackerel are full of omega-3 fatty acids, the kind that support healthy brain function and may reduce the risk of Alzheimer's. If you're not a fan of fish, no worries. You can still find omega-3s in flax seeds, walnuts, and even omega-3 fortified eggs. But maybe the most underestimated brain food of all? Water. Yes, water. Many older adults walk around slightly dehydrated without realizing it. And when your brain isn't getting enough hydration, it can lead to foggy thinking, headaches, and slower memory recall. Try keeping a glass of water nearby during the day. Even sipping a little every hour can make a real difference. Now, I know habits are hard to change. You might be thinking, I've been eating the same way for years. Is it really worth it now? But the answer is absolutely. Your brain doesn't care how old you are. It only cares about what you give it today. Every good meal you eat is like casting a vote for your future self. One that's more alert, more confident, more in control. And food is about more than nutrients, isn't it? It's memories, it's joy, it's connection. So enjoy it. Take your time. Savor every bite. When you cook or prepare your meals, make it an act of self-respect. Say to yourself, this is for me, this is for my brain. That shift in thinking, that tiny moment of care, becomes a habit that sticks. Now, while food fuels your brain, there's another daily habit that sharpens it, and it doesn't require any ingredients. In fact, it only requires your attention, and that habit is engaging your mind. Giving your brain a little challenge every day is like sending it to the gym. It keeps the mental muscles strong. You don't have to do crossword puzzles if you hate them. You don't have to solve math problems or play chess unless you want to. Mental stimulation can come in the simplest forms: reading a new book, learning a song by heart, playing a card game with your grandchildren, or even trying a new recipe. Have you ever learned a new word and then tried to use it later that day? That's mental exercise. Have you taken a different route during your walk just to see something new? That's mental stimulation. The brain loves novelty. It lights up when you challenge it, even just a little. And here's the real beauty of it. Learning doesn't end when school ends. Some of the most curious, sharp-minded people I've ever met were in their 70s, 80s, even 90s. Always asking questions, always exploring something new. That curiosity, it keeps the brain alive. Let's not forget about conversation either. Talking, real, meaningful conversation is one of the best brain workouts around. Sharing stories, asking questions, listening closely, recalling names and places. All of it lights up your memory, language, and emotional centers. So if you have someone to talk to, even just a neighbor or a family member over the phone, take that opportunity. And if not, writing your thoughts down in a journal can be just as powerful. Even music, yes, music, has an incredible effect on memory. Listening to songs from your youth can trigger vivid memories and emotional connections. Singing along, even better. If there's a piano in the house, touch the keys. If you've ever wanted to learn an instrument, why not start now? Your brain is never too old to enjoy a new rhythm. There's something profoundly hopeful in all of this, isn't there? That the things that nourish our brain are also the things that make life worth living. Walking, eat. And that habit is restful, deep sleep. It's easy to underestimate sleep, especially as we get older. Many of us say things like, "I don't need as much sleep as I used to," or "I'll catch up on sleep later." But here's the truth that science keeps proving again and again. Sleep isn't just rest, it's repair, it's detox, it's the time when your brain does its deepest cleaning, literally. While you're asleep, your brain is busy flushing out toxins, organizing memories, and recharging its cells. Think of it like a nighttime janitor, sweeping up the mental clutter of the day so you can wake up sharper and more focused. And if we shortchange our sleep, we interrupt that process. Over time, that can lead to more confusion, forgetfulness, and yes, even an increased risk of Alzheimer's. You may have noticed that after a poor night's sleep, everything feels a bit fuzzy. You might forget appointments or feel slower to respond. That's not a coincidence. It's your brain signaling that it hasn't had enough time to clean up. But the good news is, even small improvements in your sleep routine can lead to big improvements in how your brain functions. So how do we get better sleep, especially when falling or staying asleep becomes harder with age? Start with routine. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps set your body's internal clock. It may take a little while to adjust, but once it does, sleep comes more easily and more deeply. Next, create a calm sleep space. Dim the lights an hour before bed. Turn off the TV and set your phone aside. A quiet room, a cool temperature, and a comfortable bed can make all the difference. And here's a little tip. Try reading something gentle before bed, not the news. Something calming, a poem, a short story, even a devotional or a passage you find peaceful. Also, keep an eye on late-night snacks. Heavy meals, caffeine, or alcohol too close to bedtime can disrupt the quality of your sleep. Instead, opt for something light. Maybe a warm herbal tea or a few almonds or a banana, which contains natural compounds that help the brain relax. And if you find your mind racing at night, gently shift your thoughts to gratitude. Think of 3 things you're thankful for, no matter how small. A soft pillow, a kind word, a moment of laughter. This small habit helps calm the nervous system and can invite sleep more quickly than you expect. Now let's gently move into one final daily habit, one that might surprise you with just how much power it holds. And that's connection. Emotional connection, social interaction, being seen, being heard, being needed. One of the most common challenges people face after 60, especially those who live alone, is loneliness. And loneliness doesn't just affect the heart, it affects the brain. Studies show that chronic loneliness can lead to faster memory decline and a greater risk of dementia. But the opposite is also true. Staying socially connected can protect and preserve your memory. It doesn't have to mean large gatherings or constant visitors. It can be as simple as calling a friend, chatting with a neighbor, joining a small group at a local community center, or even saying hello to someone at the park during your walk. The act of engaging with others, of laughing, listening, sharing, stimulates the brain in all the right ways. And if you have a loved one with memory loss, your presence is more powerful than you might know. You help anchor them. Your voice, your stories, your touch. These are memory bridges. They keep connections alive when the mind begins to wander. But connection isn't just about others. It's also about staying connected to yourself, to your values, your memories, your purpose. Journaling, meditation, prayer, even quiet reflection. All of these practices help keep you emotionally balanced, which directly supports brain health. Maybe you've noticed how some people seem to age gracefully, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. They stay curious, they laugh easily, they adapt to changes, and most of them share one thing in common. They've built small daily habits that protect their inner world. They walk, they eat with intention, they sleep well, they stay mentally active, and above all, they stay connected to others and to life itself. So now let's take a breath together. We've walked through a lot, not in a hurry, not with pressure, but gently. And maybe that's the real lesson here. Protecting your brain doesn't require anything extraordinary. It just asks for presence, for care, for small, steady choices made in love for yourself. Remember this, your brain is still growing, still changing, still capable of joy, of learning, of laughter. No matter what age you are, it's never too late to start a new habit. And this one daily habit, the choice to care for your brain, can delay Alzheimer's and protect what matters most, your memories, your identity, your life.